Guys, welcome you to another science lesson in the online form. And guys, today we're going to talk about a thing that is maybe not so scientific as such, but it's a necessary in life. And we are going to talk about addictions, and the most important part is how you should react uh, to anything that is not complying with your point of view on life. And guys, let's start with that word that can save you much trouble in life. And this is assertiveness. Po polsku asertywność. Basically, this means that you as a person have uh, a point of view on some things, and regardless of what people around you do in order to uh, encourage you to do something, you are able to say no, to keep to your own beliefs. And this is a really important case. This is a really important ability to say no whenever somebody is forcing you to try something new. And guys, today we're going to talk about things that at some point of your life you will have some contact with through your friends, through your older friends, or maybe by your friends from school. And there might be a situation in which they encourage you, let's take it, let's do it, and you should know why the more correct answer is no rather than yes, let's do it. And guys, sometimes I am pretty sure that you know what alcohol is. Basically, it's a natural chemical substance that is produced by microorganisms. In order to live, we need access to oxygen, access to atmospheric air. But some of the microorganisms are able to survive without the access to oxygen, and they don't breathe, they ferment. They perform the process of fermentation. As a result, as a waste product of this chemical reaction, alcohol is being produced. And guys, it's very popular for people to uh, drink alcoholic beverages, which are beverages that contain some amount of alcohol, for various reasons. But I want you to know that alcohol as such is a toxin. That means that it basically hurts your organism. It's really toxic, and whenever you have a contact with it, your body will try to get rid of it as soon as possible. Mm, The other consequences of drinking alcohol, even in small amounts, are as following. Consequences of drinking alcohol. Uh, your liver may be damaged because liver is responsible for metabolizing, so getting rid of the alcohol from your body. As I said, it's a toxin, and your body really doesn't want to have any of alcohol inside, so liver damage. Also, alcohol is really dangerous for young people for one reason. Alcohol is known to destroy neurons, the brain cells, especially in young people. So you're at the point right now where alcohol can bring a lot of damage to your brain. Your brains are strongly developing, quickly developing right now, building new cells, building new connections. Uh, and guys, that's really important that you remember about the possible consequence of drinking alcohol. It damages of brain cells, the damage of brain cells. It is not without a reason that in order to legally buy alcohol in shop, you have to be at least 18 years old. Because up to this point, your brain is very fragile and it's very prone to being heavily disrupted. Its development is prone to be heavily disrupted by contact with alcohol. Also, alcohol as such affects kidneys, affects heart, affects the stomach itself, affects kidneys, stomach, and heart. Above all, alcohol is a substance that you can easily get addicted to. And right now, let's stop on this word. What does it mean to be addicted to something? This is the state in which your body gets used to some stimulant. Po polsku to jest używka. Stimulants are basically either behaviors or some other things like alcohol, like cigarettes, that are not necessary for you to function, but after some time your body might get used to it, and then this is called the addiction. So your body craves it so much that you have to do something or drink something or smoke something because your body is addicted to it. So addiction is state of body getting used to a stimulant and suffering when the stimulant is not provided. You can get addicted to many things, and alcohol is absolutely one of them. And many people in the world absolutely suffer from being addicted to alcohol, and those people are called the alcoholics. This is a disease that needs to be treated, but many lives were unfortunately broken by addiction. Uh, Another thing that you might get easily addicted to are drugs. Po polsku narkotyki. Quick disclaimer here, guys. Drugs in English can refer either to medicines in everyday language or drugs as the ones that are chemical substances that mess up with your brain and basically are forbidden in most of the countries. Uh, what you have to know about them is that they are chemicals that interact with your brain in many various ways. So sometimes it gives you some sensation, sometimes it might give you a different mood, but those chemicals are quite dangerous. Not only they can you can get easily addicted to some of them, but also it might be very dangerous if you have any health issues that you might even don't know about. Mm, drugs, the consequences of drugs, uh, taking drugs actually, not the drugs themselves. So among them is addiction, health problems, and also not only physical health problems, but also mental health problems. Uh, Imagine a situation, somebody is giving you a candy. Nothing suspicious, right? Well, unless it is somebody you know really well, so your parents, your family, any of your teachers, then basically, yes, no, none of those people have bad intentions. But if a stranger on the street comes up to you and offers you a candy or something, well, you should say no. You never know whether this is a real candy or it contains something inside and it might contain drugs, for instance. Mm, Guys, other things that you might get addicted to are much. Oh, I forgot about one of the most important addictions, guys, cigarettes. And if it comes to cigarettes, they basically contain tobacco leaves, which are dried and then shredded into pieces, and and then they are put into that paper tube. And why do people smoke cigarettes? Because they are addicted to them. And the most addictive substance in cigarettes is called the nicotine. And this is a chemical compound that tobacco produces naturally in order to get rid of insects. Because whenever an insect is trying to feed on a tobacco plant, it will die because it's been poisoned by this nicotine. So that's a clue in here right now. Insect dies. What about us? What about us providing our bodies with nicotine? It turns out that nicotine has the same bad effect on us, but because we are bigger than just insects, it cannot kill us straight away. But guys, cigarettes also contain uh, other toxic, this is also a toxic chemicals. When you burn something in general, lots and lots of toxic chemicals uh, are being released. A cigarette burning releases a few thousand different chemical compounds, and at least a few hundred of them might cause cancer. Cancerogenic means that it might cause cancer. And indeed, among people that smoke, the rate of lung cancer, which is the cause of their death, is really, really huge. Guys, cigarettes also are extremely addictive. That means that even if you smoke just one, you might get addicted just right after smoking one cigarette. What's even worse, even if you smoke just one, the results of this can be present in your body for a few weeks. Cigarettes extremely addictive. And guys, if it comes to addictions, then basically there are many more things that you can get addicted to. Let's do it this way. Addictions. So, we might have addictions to stimulants. So, definitely cigarettes, definitely alcohol, definitely drugs. But also, addictions can be much less frightful, but it doesn't mean that they are less dangerous. The addiction that is really popular among young people is internet slash smartphones. People are getting more and more addicted to their electronic devices. That means that if they are separated from their phones, they feel not very well, they feel anxious a little bit, and this is a symptom of an addiction. But also, uh, what is really addictive is sugar. And this is a new discovery. It turns out that sugar indeed acts as drugs. So, the more sugar is added to food, the more addictive it becomes. So you crave more and more of this food, you crave more and more of sugar, which indeed leads to obesity and health problems. And as a consequence, you might develop diabetes and other health problems with, for instance, heart. Uh, okay, so we have stimulants, we have internet, we have sugar. What else can be really addictive? I think that those are the most important things that you should know. That you should know. And guys, um, how to say no? Let's assume that you knowing about all the disadvantages of using drugs, drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, you are offered a cigarette or alcohol by one of your friends. Can you say no? Absolutely yes. Without any justification, you can just say no. But it turns out that some people are being pushy. So they will try to convince you anyway. And remember about the assertiveness. And guys, you might just want to be polite. So just say no, thank you, and that's it. No further justification is needed. Um, if you don't want, and if the person is being pushy, you might say something like, let me think about it, let me talk with my parents about it. So it will give you some time to just think about it and distance from this. Guys, the assertiveness not only refers to drugs, but anything that you don't want anyone else to do to you. If you feel that something is wrong, that something is doing something against your will, You have always the right to say no. But if you feel that it was something really bad, something that shouldn't take place, then don't hesitate and talk about with the closest ones, with your parents, with your teachers. We are all here, and we are people that you can trust. But in first place, it should be your parents. So they have to know about everything that could have happened to you. Remember, you don't have to justify. If you don't want to do something, just say no, and that's perfectly it. This is absolutely fine if the proposal that you get goes against your mindset. Okay, guys. So basically, this is more or less it. Please read carefully the instructions that I posted along with the post. Uh, and that's it for today. Enjoy your day and please stay home. That's really crucial. Please stay home.